In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a 14-team bracket step by step. For this tutorial, we're going to be using the Brackets Ninja platform. In my opinion, it's by far the best bracket maker on the internet. It not only allows you to create the exact type of bracket that you want, but it's also very easy to set up. So the first thing I want you to do is to click the first link in the description of this video, which will take you to the Brackets Ninja website. Once you click to the link, this is the page they're going to see. From here, I want you to click on try for free in the top right corner of the screen right here, and then you will automatically be taken to the backend of the Brackets Ninja platform. Now, this is the first screen that you're going to see here, which is where we need to decide what type of bracket we want to go with. You have a single elimination bracket, you have a double elimination bracket, you have a March Madness, round robin, group stage, and a custom option, just in case you want to go for a slightly different type of bracket. In my case, I'm going to create a single elimination bracket, and then once you've selected it, on the right hand side of the screen, you will get a brief description of what that bracket is and what it does, as well as a little preview image that's going to show you what your bracket could look like once you're done setting it up. Now, before we move forward, at the bottom here, you will also see two settings that we can enable. So you can enable voting and predictions. Whether you want to keep these enabled will depend on the type of bracket that you want to make. In my particular case, I want to be the one that is going to go back and update the bracket as the tournament progresses. However, if you want people to be able to vote or predict the outcome of the tournament, then you want to have these enabled. In my case though, I'm going to go ahead and disable these and then click on create tournament. And then you'll be taken to this page, which is where we can start customizing your 14-team bracket to your liking. Now, by default, you're going to get 4 participants, at least for the single elimination bracket. So what we want to do is add 10 more participants. We can either add the participants manually by clicking on this button right here a number of times, or we can also add them in bulk right here on the top. In my case though, I'm going to go ahead and add all the participants manually. Now, while we add in the participants, we'll be prompted with this pop-up right here. So as you can see, your current premium plan does not allow you to add more than 8 participants, which means that we need to go ahead and click on upgrade now in order to add the last remaining participants. In our case, it will be 6. That will then automatically take you to the plans page. This is what it looks like, and here are the 4 available plans that we can choose from. In that case, we need to go for at least the basic plan, which allows us to have up to 32 teams per bracket. It also allows you unlimited monthly page views, up to 500 votes, up to 30 predictions, and up to 10 brackets. Now, of course, you also have the pro and the business plan, which are a lot more comprehensive. Before you make a decision, I would definitely recommend you to go down a bit on this page here and compare the plans and the features head to head. And if you plan to use the Brackets Ninja platform throughout the year, I would also recommend you to go for one of the premium plans on an annual basis, because you get to save quite a bit of money as well, up to 48% in this case. In my particular case, I'm going to go for the basic plan right here. So I'm going to click on start for free, and then you'll be prompted to the sign up screen of the Brackets Ninja website. You can either sign up with Google, GitHub, or Webflow, or you could take the traditional route and provide your email address, full name, and password right here, and then click on sign up. In my case, I'm going to sign up with Google. Then you'll be told to check your inbox, make sure to follow the steps on there, and then you'll automatically be taken to this screen right here, which is where we can continue customizing our bracket. So what we need to do now is go ahead and add the last remaining participants. In our case, we need 6 additional participants because we're trying to create a 14-team bracket, and there you have it. This is what it's going to look like for us. Now, once you've added all the participants, what you need to do is go ahead and provide as much information about each participant as you can. So for example, if you take participant 1 right here and click on it, you'll see this field open up. Here you can provide the name of the participant, the ranking, the thumbnail, which will be the image that's going to go on the left hand side of the screen right here within the bracket. Then you can also provide the email address, website, video URL, as well as a description if that's relevant. Since I'm only making a tutorial video, I've only gone ahead and added some information for the match 1, which is between Team Volcano and Team Valley. As soon as you're done with adding as much information as you can about each of the teams in the bracket, the next step is to start customizing the bracket's actual design. To do that, I want you to go to the look and feel option right here, which is number 3 on the left hand side, and then you automatically be taken to the basic tab. This is where you can customize the font, the layout, the dimensions, and the skin of the bracket. In my case, I'm going to take the skin from this white and gray to this green because I think it looks much nicer and cleaner. I'm also going to change the layout here from traditional to rectangles like this because it looks a little bit better in my opinion. I'm going to keep everything else exactly the same. Then I want you to go to the advanced tab right here on the top, and then this is the place which is where you can customize the actual colors of every element that you can have on this bracket. So for example, we want to change the color of the participant names right here. So instead of white, I want it to be like yellowy orange. So what you want to do is go to the bracket section, then go to participants, which is option number 2, and then I want you to click on this color block, which is white in this case, and then we basically want to find the color that we want to go with. In my case, it's this yellowy orange here. I'm going to slide it all the way to the top, and as you can see, it automatically updates. And the same goes for all the other elements on the bottom here. Then if you just scroll down from here, you'll also find the background settings. The first option is the transparency mode. If you plan to embed this bracket on your website, I definitely recommend you to have this enabled because it removes the background and it makes the bracket bracket look much nicer and cleaner. In my case though, I'm going to go ahead and disable it. Then you can change the image behavior provided you have an image in the first place. In my case, I don't. So if you want one, just go ahead and add one. If you don't want to add your own image, you can also take advantage of any of these pre-uploaded images down here. So as you can see, you have a bunch of different options that you can choose from. And if you don't want any of these images, you can also take advantage of the background patterns right here on the bottom. In my case, I actually quite like the look of this one, so I'm going to go with this darker green pattern. Once you're done with customizing the colors and the background settings of the bracket, the next step is to go to the custom tab right here on the top, and then this is the place which is where you can customize every element on your bracket in detail. So for example, if you click on match location right here, which is not even a feature that we have enabled on our bracket, you can change its background, typography, spacing, borders, shadow and size, and basically the same goes for all the other elements that you see right here. I'm not going to take you through every single one because there's so much to cover right here, but I definitely recommend you to take some time, figure this out and create the exact type of 14 team bracket that you want. Once you're done with customizing the actual design of the bracket, I want you to click on the settings wheel, which is option number 4 on the left hand side, right beneath look and feel, and then this is the place which is where you can change some additional settings of the bracket. So the first option right here is the bracket type. In our case, it's single elimination. I'm going to keep it at that. You can also customize the main title of the bracket. In my case, I'm going to keep it as it is, but you can obviously customize it to whatever you want. You can also add a banner image, add a description and the rules and terms of the tournament itself. And if you just scroll down a bit more from here, you will find the features section. This is where you can add additional features to the bracket. So for example, if your tournament has a third place match, you can enable this and then you'll see the third place match bracket added to the screen right here. In my case, I'm going to disable this. The same goes for the prize pool. So if you have a prize pool for the tournament, obviously go ahead and enable this and customize it to your liking, and then you'll see the prizes tab right here on the top. In case you don't know what any of these features do, you will find these information icons right next to each one. So go ahead and hover over them and then you will get a brief description of each feature. If you go down from here, you will also find the visibility sections. This is where you can show and hide specific elements on your bracket. So for example, let's just suppose we want to hide this tournament title right here on the top. We can simply toggle this off right here, which is the bracket title section, and then as you can see, it gets removed automatically. But yeah, as you can see, there's a ton of different customizations that you can take advantage of when it comes to creating the exact type of 14 team bracket that you want. Once you're done with setting everything up and you're happy with the way it looks, go ahead and click on save changes right here in the top right corner of the screen. And what we need to do here is assign your bracket to a project. So what I want to do here is click on the drop down and then click on new project. In my case, I already have a project, as you can see, so I'm going to click on that one and then click on save changes. And once you've done that, your bracket will be ready to go. You can either click on copy code right here and embed it straight on your website, or you can copy the link for it and then share it with your community. In my case, I'm going to go ahead and minimize this screen and I'm going to click on start tournament right here on the top. Before we begin the tournament though, you will see this pop-up that's going to show you what you can and can't change once the tournament begins. So go ahead, read through this, and once you're ready, click on start tournament. Now in my particular case, since I'm going to be the one that's going to manually update the bracket as the tournament progresses, what I want to do is go to the matches section right here, which is option number 2 on the left hand side of the screen, and let's just suppose we already know the outcome of match number 1. I'm going to click on match 1 here, and then this is where you can select the winner and provide the score of the game. So for example, let's just suppose the Team Volcano beat Team Valley 5-2. What I want to do here is select the winner. In this case, it's Team Volcano, and then provide the score 5-2. As you can see, Team Valley gets scratched out while Team Volcano gets pushed through to the next stage of the tournament. And once you're done with making the changes to the bracket, don't forget to click on save changes right here. And that's about it. That's how to make a 14 team bracket. If you have any questions, please let me know down in the comments below and I'll do my best to help you out.